She's going to beg, she's going to cry, she's going to whisper the words over and over again. Please forgive me, please forgive me, but the truth, you won't even flinch. Because you'll finally understand something most men never do until it's too late. We don't want the man who forgives us easily. We don't want the man who comes back. We want the man who can walk away and never look back. The man who says with calm certainty, "You had your chance. It's been a pleasure. I wish you the best." That man, that's the man we respect. That's the man we chase when it's too late. That's the man we remember when we're lying awake at 2 a.m. wishing we could rewind time. You ever wonder why some men command obsession while others are ignored, questioned, or manipulated? It's not money, it's not looks, it's not charm either. It's something much deeper, much rarer. It's boundaries. The kind most men are too scared to set, but the kind women secretly crave more than anything. Let me tell you a hard truth. The second you become a man without boundaries, you become a man without respect. Because a woman doesn't test you to hurt you, she tests you to feel if there's a man inside the softness, to feel if your love has a spine, or if it's all just empty words that melt the moment she applies pressure. That's why in this video, I'm giving you something most men will never have. 5 stoic masculine boundaries that flip a woman's entire perception of you. These aren't shallow tricks. These aren't toxic tactics. These are the quiet codes of Val, you men who never raise their voice, but always raise the standard. If you've ever felt like the more love you gave, the more distance she created. If you've ever wondered why she seemed more attracted to the guy who treated her like an option than the man who treated her like gold, then stay locked in until the end, because once this is done, you won't just earn her respect. You'll learn how to command it without saying a single word. You come first, always. This is the foundation, the root of it all. Most men are trained to be agreeable, to be liked. You're taught to avoid conflict, to go with the flow, to keep the peace even when you're dying inside. And it makes sense you're compassionate, thoughtful, emotionally tuned in. But here's where that can kill you, when your compassion overrides your self-respect. Because the man who puts everyone else first becomes invisible to himself and eventually to others. Do you want to know when a woman starts to truly respect you? It's not when you buy her gifts. It's not when you rearrange your day for her. It's not when you cancel plans or sacrifice your gym sessions just to not upset her. She starts respecting you the moment she realizes this. You will choose yourself even if it means losing her. That's the boundary that separates men she dates from the man she never forgets. It's not selfish. It's sovereign, because a woman doesn't want to be your oxygen. She doesn't want to be the center of your universe. She wants to orbit around a man who is already complete, a man whose mission comes before the moment. You enforce this boundary not by yelling it, but by living it. You don't skip your workouts for cuddles. You don't pause your grind to babysit her emotional waves. You don't let someone else's insecurity become your new direction. You say it with presence, "I care about you, but I won't abandon myself to prove it." And when you mean it, really mean it, she'll feel it in her bones. She'll chase you harder. She'll respect your yeses more. Because your no finally means something. You do not react. You respond calmly, consciously, with command. Let me explain something few men understand. A woman will test your emotional core, not because she's evil, not because she's manipulative, but because she's trying to feel safe. She's trying to know, deep in her feminine nervous system, if the man standing in front of her can withstand her storm. Because if you flinch when she raises her voice, if you crumble when she pulls away, if you become a therapist, a doormat, or a mirror, she'll feel something terrifying. I am stronger than he is. And that's when she loses trust. That's when she pulls away. That's when she stops opening up and starts acting out. You become the man she controls, not the man she respects. So how do you change that? You become the eye of the storm, the unmoved mover, the man who stands still while everything else swirls. She starts crying during a disagreement, you stay grounded. She gives you the cold shoulder, you observe, not chase. She lashes out emotionally, you speak with presence, not panic. You don't argue. You don't match her chaos, you lead it. You say this one sentence and you mean it. You're allowed to feel what you feel, but I won't sacrifice my peace to match your panic. That one line, it's not just a sentence. It's a signal that says, I'm stronger than your emotional storm. And that's the man she starts to open up to. That's the man she tells her friends about. That's the man she trusts more than anyone. Stop chasing ghosts. Start guarding your energy. Here's a rule every grounded man lives by. If she's inconsistent, confusing, or flaky, she's gone. No anger, no explaining, just absence. Most men waste years entertaining women who give them the bare minimum. Why? Because attention feels like connection, but it's not. She leaves your messages on read for days but expects a reply in seconds. Gone. She ghosts for 2 weeks but hits you up when she's bored. Gone. She only shows interest when you pull away but disappears when you're present. Gone. You don't owe an explanation. You owe yourself peace. Because when you entertain half-hearted energy, you teach people they don't have to give you their best to keep your attention. But the moment you walk away, the moment you become unavailable to inconsistency, something powerful happens. High-effort women start stepping in. Why? Because you've made it clear your time isn't free. It's earned, and the paradox, the more you cut off low-effort energy, the more high-effort women want to earn a place in your world, because when your attention isn't automatic, when your presence isn't guaranteed, you become magnetic. You don't beg for intimacy, you don't bribe for validation, you don't become a walking vending machine of compliments hoping for a touch in return. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Some women sleep with men they just met, but make their boyfriend wait. Why? Because women don't give their bodies to the most loving man. They give it to the man they feel aroused by, the man they feel they have to earn. And when your energy screams, please want me, please desire me, she senses that. And it makes her feel like she already won. No mystery, no tension, no value. But when you carry yourself with sexual discipline, when you don't chase, when you don't beg, when you observe instead of perform, she feels something primal. She starts chasing your approval. She starts proving herself to you. That's what happens when you treat your body like a temple, not a transaction. You don't flirt for access. You don't do favors for affection. You don't treat intimacy like a currency. You hold the boundary that says, I'm not here to be chosen, I'm here to choose. And the moment she feels that her attraction spikes, her behavior shifts. She realizes not every woman gets to touch you, and now she wants to be the one that earns it. You don't argue, you don't chase, you exit. One of the rarest powers a man can hold is the ability to say nothing. Because when she's yelling to get your attention and you calmly say, we'll talk when it's calm, she's forced to sit with her reflection. When she insults you to get a rise and you don't react, you just walk away. Your silence becomes deafening, and when she withholds affection to control you and you respond with presence, not pursuit, that's when she realizes you're not like other men. Because the second you start arguing for your worth, you've already given it away. You don't defend your value, you demonstrate it with distance. Silence is power, and power is magnetic. Your calmness is not passivity, it's sovereignty. And once a woman feels that kind of quiet strength, she stops testing, she starts respecting, because silence tells the truth. You don't need her, you chose her, but you'll choose peace over her every time. If you're done begging for crumbs, if you're done explaining your value, if you're done shrinking to keep someone who doesn't see your worth, then type this in the comments like your soul depends on it. I'd rather lose her than lose myself. Let's see how many men are done being the option and ready to become the table. And if this video just flipped a switch in you, hit that subscribe button. This is the mindset they never taught us. But it's the one that changes everything, because once you set these boundaries, she won't just want you, she'll respect you, she'll chase you, she'll never test you the same way again. You've become the man she thought didn't exist.